broadcasting live out of a basement in Appleton, Wisconsin. You're tuned into Fox City's Core on WCZR Code Zero Radio. We're the show that gives you an opportunity to call in and be a part of the show. Our call-in line is 920-358-0795. Core.
We have with us a Brooklyn-based psych-rock garage band, The Thing. The band has quickly made a name for themselves with a sound that blends classic rock influences with a modern twist. Their latest album is called The Thing Is. They play later tonight at the Appleton Beer Factory on College Avenue. I'd like to welcome The Thing to Fox City's Core. How are you guys doing today?
Doing great. Thanks for having us.
Right now we've got Zane and Lucas here with us. And you guys played a couple nights ago, and I believe you had last night off, right?
Yeah.
What did you end up doing? What do you typically do on a night off?
Oh, we sleep right now, man. We've been sick. I think we're on like 120 what? 6 minutes? 7?
126 show of the year.
Show of the year, yeah.
Did you guys come into town last night, or did you just get here today?
Just today. Yeah, we were in Minneapolis last night.
Okay, and you've had quite the tour. You did a West Coast tour. Was it called the Max? The band
Yeah,
called
the Max. Yeah.
And that ended about a week or two ago.
Yeah, in San Diego on a Sunday, right?
Yeah,
like that. Yeah,
Sunday last show.
Yeah, that was awesome. We love those guys. It was awesome it was our first time like on a tour with a band for like more than 2 shows and like really getting to know them as like a co-headline bill. So yeah, it was awesome.
Well, this isn't your first time in Appleton. You obviously, The Thing has been here in 2023 at Mile of Music. And prior to that, you were in, Zane, you were in 87 Nights, which was one of the popular rock bands that played Mile in the past.
Yeah, I think we did 2 miles or 1 mile.
I think 2.
I think it was 2, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's great. Been coming to Appleton for like 5 years now, 4 years now. It's awesome. We're really thankful for such a dedicated fan base there. And like getting the chance, especially with The Thing, to play 7 sets was awesome. I feel like we made the most out of it, and yeah, there's no fans like Appleton fans for sure.
What's the first thing that hits you when you come into Appleton every time?
It's really familiar now.
Yeah, it's super familiar.
You know, you drive down the main strip and you're like, yeah, we're back.
We see Spats. Yeah, Spats and Dong Po. You drive by there, you're like, all right, cool.
Do you make a point to hit up certain destinations every time you're in town?
If we have time, we always go to Cleo's. But I don't think we have time today. We didn't have time last time, too. We had to book it.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But yeah, there.
It's a good breakfast place we always hit.
Oh, yeah, we go to the one right across from the Paper Valley. Paper Valley's always nice to stay in, too. But I don't think we're saying that right.
No.
Well, tell me about The Thing. How did you guys get started? Where did you meet?
So it came out of the pandemic, but we've been playing for. I started playing with Michael when we were about 13. Went to middle school together, and then I went to high school with Jack and then Joe, who's our TM, and we all just started hanging out, making demos whenever we could, and then the pandemic, we all graduated, and the pandemic hit, and we all kind of bunkered down up in northern Connecticut, like Litchfield County, and made the first record, started demoing the first record, and then we moved to New York November 2021, and all moved in together. I think we finished the record, and started playing as much as we could around the city, trying to break into the circuit and make it work. Yeah, we all had like 2-3 jobs, and did that for like 2 years. And then hit the road for the past year and a half.
Why did you pick New York to move to? It seems like normally when a band is looking for a destination city, what pulled you towards New York?
I mean, I'm from there. We're all from that surrounding area, so that music scene's definitely had an impact on all of us. And we just have been such fans, and every time we'd be home, we'd be going to shows, and it's always been such a abundance of good rock and roll, good psych rock. Yeah.
So your first album came out, and I believe you recorded that yourself, didn't you?
Yeah, we recorded everything. Yeah, ourselves.
Jack, did he produce the first album? I know he did the second one, so he produced
Yeah.
the first and the second album.
Yeah, totally. He runs like the production for us. He went to Berkeley, and yeah, it's his field.
Did it take some of the pressure off having Jack have that skill of being able to produce it instead of going out and finding somebody, or even just kind of voting on things? Did he have the final say in all the production type questions?
On the production, yeah, the production is like an open field. I mean, we have a nice collaboration going, and yeah, but yeah, he definitely runs the show on that front, and yeah, I mean, it's been incredible, his development, and like for him to have that for us is yeah, it's definitely an advantage, I'd say. Just to do as much as you can by yourself, I think, is an advantage.
Did you have a home studio that you worked out of?
Yeah, the first one we just did in my parents' living room, and then we moved to New York, and Jack got a spot in East Williamsburg that we used a good amount, and then we moved out to Joe's a family house in Long Island, and he has a guest house, and we just put everything, all the panels, everything in the guest house, and recorded there for the past 2 records.
So the first record, how long did it take you to get that one recorded?
That was the longest one. That was it was like the culmination of about a year and a half of ideas and finishing, and we were kind of on the move. We did a lot of the bones in Sharon, Connecticut, and then kind of touched up, did overdubs and stuff like that in East Williamsburg. And yeah, that one I would say it was just like a kind of a conglomerate.
Quite different from how the second album.
Yeah,
the sound was. I believe on that one you gave yourself a deadline. And tell me how that was different from recording the first one.
Well, we met Lucas in 2023, early 2023, and immediately saw that as like as kind of a new band. The first was kind of like just like these ideas that we had, and we wanted to put out a record while we were in New York to kind of get behind and play live and start touring. And then we met Lucas early, I think February of 2023. Yeah. And immediately started seeing the band in a different way. Obviously, completely changed, elevated for us. He's an incredible player, and we wanted to record as soon as possible. And we're hungry, especially moving out of New York and kind of going full time into this as much as we could.
Lucas, what was your first thought on hearing The Thing? Do you remember where you were when you first heard The Thing for the first time?
Yeah, I think I was in my apartment in New York at the time. I was living in Harlem. And I actually think I heard 87 first, because I think Zane messaged me from 87 by accident. This fire band. So I was like, I thought it was great. And then I thought it was greater when I heard The Thing. So I was really excited because, I was freelancing in New York, and I played in a bunch of bands and did a bunch of projects and things. Was more a jazz player at that time, but I'd always play rock and like all kinds of music. So when I first jammed with The Thing, they invited me over to their space, and I was like, this space is so sick. Like they had the sound panels, like it looked super retro, and the guys were really cool and like different than a lot of other people I've met on the scene. Especially in the jazz world, they can be pretty, people can be a bit, losing the word for it. I love a lot of them, but a lot of people can be,
Does pretentious work?
Yeah, I was going to say condescending or pretentious, or, so the thing that I loved about when I first jammed with them, I was like, I'm so used to getting told like, oh, play quieter, like, can you turn down, like my ears hurt, whatever. But I was just like going crazy, and it just was super natural, and we just fell into a jam, and everyone was cool. And I was like, am I playing too loud? They're like, no, play louder. So I'm like, all right, this is gonna be a good fit. Because you gotta really like dig into the drums and express yourself. So that was just like a great introduction, and that was back in February, and then I think we recorded in May and June, and like 9 days, I think we wrote and recorded. So yeah, that's crazy.
Can you turn down one of the most annoying things for a drummer to hear?
Definitely. Yeah, especially when Yeah, it definitely is, and it's more on just I think a lot of it's like people like balancing the sound in other ways, like the sound engineer kind of turning up the vocals or balancing the amps or everything, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's definitely annoying. You know.
And Zane, you played guitar with 87 Nights. You played bass with The Thing.
Yeah.
Why the decision to move to bass?
I mean, yeah, no one wanted to play bass. I think we were all three guitarists, and they would look at each other as like, who's gonna play bass?
He's our best bass player, so he got it.
Yeah,
He can play bass and sing, and no one else could do that. So.
Yeah, you can do anything you put your mind to.
Did you play bass in any previous
I
project?
gotta say, sorry, this is a wild sub you have down here. I just walked in here. It's really impressive.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Let's do some.
Thank you. Super cool.
So what's different about playing bass, or what have you learned about the instrument that you might not have been aware of before playing it in The Thing?
Oh, the neck is just crazy long. Whenever I have to play an F, I'm like, fuck. It's like all the way out there.
Is it harder to sing and play bass or sing and play guitar?
For me, it's been more challenging to sing and play bass, but it was just a completely different kind of a flop for me. It feels like more I'm dancing around two things, which is nice. But yeah, I just had to like go in the basement of where we lived in New York and just kind of work it out. Sat there and you just do it until you get it, and then you get it, and you kind of find your like just like little things you can help like pivot on.
He's got a big brain. Nah, secretly.
So Mike, when you're writing a song on guitar, you get input from Zane, that sometime unsolicited input on how you should play that guitar?
Yeah, we only write on our own instruments. No, no, I mean we swap instruments all the time. So that's fun.
Yeah, I can play Midnight. So
Yeah, Lucas plays guitar.
Yeah, Lucas plays guitar. It sucks.
And then no, yeah, we're very open to collaborating on like swap out instruments and everything. It's really fun.
So the second album, I believe you guys did, the thing is you wrote it and recorded it within a month,
Yeah.
about a month time frame. Did you feel rushed at all trying to get it finished in a month? Was that a self-imposed timeline that you set for yourself before you started, or did it just happen to end up being about a month that it took?
Yeah, we went into it with an intention of that's kind of when we like wanted to try the ethos of like we want to capture everything in this time frame and have our backs against the wall, like a lot of our favorite artists and recording techniques like involve that, and so we feel like it's best if we track live and capture it and work at a rate like that. Yeah, so it was great, and it was a fun exercise to do the same thing pretty much for the third record. Yeah, we love it.
You did the cover on that second album.
Yeah, we did the first song. Yeah, Peter Kimber.
Yeah, is it
Kember? Peter Kimber.
Kimber, yeah.
Yeah, and Michael showed us that song called "You're the One." It's sick. It's an amazing song, and we just started playing it. It was just like a nice build, kind of like almost like an electronic, like a dance song. So, we liked that and building it, and then there's like this ultimate release.
would you consider doing another cover on a future?
Oh, I mean, for sure. Yeah, I mean, we just keep everything open pretty much. We talked about doing a cover album or something like that at some point, but
We had a question come in, so I'll ask you right away. Deb wants to know hi Deb, how did you come up with the name?
Are we live right now?
Yeah.
This is live. Oh, awesome.
Go live.
You can call in. That's awesome. Yeah. Sorry, what was the question?
How did you come up with the name The Thing?
watch the movie. No, I'm joking. We went through a bunch of names and then we just kind of started calling it The Thing. Like we got to do the thing this time or whatever. We got the thing then. It's like, and then eventually we just stuck.
Any issues with people trying to find your band and then them being directed to the band, or not the band, but the movie or something else? Because The Thing is such a vague term.
We will gain search engine optimization at some point.
Yeah, it will be achieved.
It will be achieved. We will be victorious.
Well, that's another thing. You guys are really good at posting reels on YouTube. Who takes care of all the social media stuff?
We all just kind of do that. He did a lot of the shorts on on YouTube.
So everybody's got access, the keys to the.
Yeah. Like that's why it looks so disorganized. And the YouTube actually looks great. You guys cleaned it up.
Yeah, we cleaned up the YouTube recently. It was getting out of hand.
Yeah. But it's nice. It feels real when all of us do it. So
Well, tell me about the third album.
the third record, I mean, it's definitely, we're definitely super proud of it. It's probably our proudest work yet. Did it in February of or January of this year, and it's all to tape. So we got a tape machine and recorded it. So there's no screens in the room, which was a really fun exercise. It's really locked in. But it was an amazing experience.
Do you prefer the old analog way of recording?
Yeah, for sure. I like it a lot. It's nice to be like limited to that, and the sound is just amazing. I love tape sound. So
Keeps you honest too. Like everything you play is on the record, and like we track live, so everything we play together is what you're gonna hear.
Was there a particular track or anything that gave you guys a lot of trouble recording?
I don't think so. I think we do most in like 3 takes.
yeah, try to keep it in 3 takes.
The easiest way, if something does go wrong, the easiest thing to do is blame it on the drummer.
Exactly. So, dude, yeah. So I carried a lot of that blame that month, and
Yeah, it's okay.
Well, and then as far as tracking live, all the albums so far have been self-produced, self-recorded. Any thought of going out and recording at someone else's studio and having somebody else put their ears behind it?
Yeah, we're thinking of going to a studio for this next one, but we'll see what we end up doing.
Somebody you know, or just a destination studio you like?
A mutual friend recommendation.
yeah. Probably won't have a producer though. Like probably bring in like a friend of ours, or yeah,
Yeah, we had Josh and Cleater.
yeah.
Helps as a engineer, really great engineer, and helps with production stuff as well. We love having him there. He's like a part of the team, pretty much. We like to think he's in the band. So
You've known Mike since high school?
middle school, yeah.
Middle school. Wow.
7th grade, yeah.
Were you guys into music all the way back then? Do you remember talking about music when you were in middle school?
Yeah, I mean, that's why we became friends. We were such avid fans of the Arctic Monkeys and Black Keys, and started playing, sneaking out of class, getting to the music wing as quick as we could. We went to like a junior boarding school.
People would like make fun of us for doing that, for like
Yeah.
playing during recess or something. That's funny. But yeah, we played all these talent shows and stuff, and like rock band and jazz band and stuff, and had an awesome teacher, Ram Miles, who kind of got us playing these classic songs, like classic rock songs, like a couple jazz songs, and got us up in front of people when we were really, really young. So that was really fun.
And as far as singing and the vocals, are you in vocal class? Did you have a vocal instructor or anything?
No, I just recently got one, which has been amazing. I have the pleasure to be working with this woman named Catherine, who's Catherine Griswold up in Norfolk, which is where Mike lives. And we've had a couple lessons, which has been nice, but yeah, never before.
So what does a vocal instructor teach you? How do they teach you? What kind of exercises do you have to do to strengthen your voice? And what kind of things are you able to do now that you weren't able to do prior to having that coaching?
Oh man, I can hit the high C, which is great.
You show us.
No, of course not. You got to pay money for that. But
I'll show later.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's really just like vocal health, like making sure I'm not just being an idiot and singing a certain way, breath work, like making sure I'm not putting too much, I guess, pressure on any part of my body that could be damaging. And we play so many shows a year, just trying to just keep it, as healthy as possible.
So let's talk about pressure on worrying about your voice. You guys did your first United Kingdom tour earlier this year. How is the pressure on that as far as keeping your voice in check? The fear of that instrument goes and
Yeah.
can hose a whole tour.
And the British people are mean, so it'd be nice.
Did people take on to the band pretty quickly on that?
Yeah, they're super. I mean, London was awesome. It was a dream to go over there and do that for our first time, and played a couple shows. We had one cancel, which stunk, but we're going back in May and June, so we're excited to tap back in. But yeah, it was great. It was a pleasure.
Did you get to meet a lot of different bands over there? A lot of bands that were on the bill with you guys? Anybody that possibly might come to the United States and seek you out for a show down the road?
Yeah, in England, I don't really remember.
We met the Wizards, but we didn't play with them.
Oh yeah, we're gonna play with them. Wizards Can't Be Lawyers. Hopefully they make it over here. They're rad. We're playing with them this time in Nottingham.
Did you get a lot of time to sightsee over there?
No, God no.
So one day we went to Lord Byron's castle.
Yeah, we did go to Lord Byron's castle.
That was cool.
Did you do any pictures, any band photos or anything?
Oh yeah, we did.
Tons. Yeah.
Where is it on the thing is, where is that? That looks like a castle.
That one? That's in Central Park, actually.
That's in Central Park.
New York.
What's it called? Belvedere. Belvedere.
Got a picture of that on right now for people to see.
The Belvedere Castle.
And so, United Kingdom tour went well. You guys did some big festivals this year as well.
Yeah.
That's the Governor's
Ball, yeah. That was an awesome experience.
How did you get involved with that?
We, she came to one of the Booker talent buyers came to a show we played at Music Hall Williamsburg. We were supporting this French artist named Mille de Montaigne, and liked the show. And a couple of days later, we got an offer, which is great.
Was it nice to play in front of the crowd? Must have been pretty big.
Yeah, I mean, early on, it wasn't that great of a crowd, like big wise, but it was amazing, like experience. And we grew up going to that festival, so to be a part of it and to get the nod was pretty amazing. So
you guys play with a lot of energy. When I see you guys playing, I saw you at Mile of Music in 2023, I think in the Courtyard. I think that's where I saw you. And you guys are just out there moving around. Does that have to be faked sometimes when you're like, now you're a little bit under the weather? How hard is it to get out there and give it that all every night?
Depends. It depends on like the crowd. If the crowd's has a lot of energy, then even if we're sick and it sounds really good on stage and out there, then sometimes it's not so hard to turn it on, because they'll turn it on like for you, with you. But if it's like kind of a dead kind of show, it's like, yeah, it's definitely can be hard after so many shows. Yeah.
Have you broken any stages, or when you get to a venue, you get up there and kind of shake around a little bit during sound check to make sure that thing's not going to buckle out on you?
Boy, we haven't broken a stage yet.
almost, some of the college shows will be put on like these sketchy things. But
Yeah.
Tell me about like some of the. I always find it interesting to hear about the sketchy shows.
sketchy shows.
They're kind of fun. It's like you set up, you don't really have like sometimes we'll have to do sound at those shows. They'll be like, here's your board and here's some speakers, figure it out. And here's your like drum riser, which is like I'm pretty much falling off of.
Yeah.
And then we figure it out and plug our amps in and play. It's about it. Yeah.
We drove to Pennsylvania once.
Oh, that was crazy.
Drove like 8 hours and it was raining.
It was like the slightest sprinkle and we're like, we can't do it.
Yeah. Yes. But there's no top, and we got expensive gear, so with like open face amps, so
It just
we
turned
had to
out.
pull the plug. It was like felt bad, but you just showed us, I guess.
Can you tell me about your experience at Mile of Music? What were your thoughts? The first year you played it with 87 Nights, and what did you have a similar experience when you came back with the thing?
Yeah, totally. It was crazy. It was definitely the craziest shows that we played as 87 Nights at that time. To come out to Wisconsin was the farthest we came. So, and that energy, that crowd energy from the get-go was just awesome. I think we played at that Fox bar or something.
I think there's a coaster down there
Oh, really?
under Lucas's.
Devil's Tooth.
I got it.
Oh, Fox Fox River House. Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah. That's where we played.
1870.
That was a sketchy stage, but it was fun. It was like bouncing. But yeah, it was great. And then with the thing, we had the opportunity to pick up a couple extra sets and played like 7 times, which is dope. And then, yeah, it felt like we conquered Appleton with those 7 sets. So it was great. There was so much support and so much love. I think it was the most merch we ever sold too at that point. So it was really awesome.
Did you have a favorite venue during Mile Music?
I think it is.
Um,
I like the Gibson show. It was pretty
yeah,
crazy.
Gibson was really cool.
Yeah, that was good. A lot of fun.
There's a venue that outdoor one.
Yeah, the Courtyard Night.
Yeah,
That was cool. The morning was just like,
that was
holy cow.
trip. Yeah.
Are you guys friends with any of the other New York bands that come through for Mile?
None of them.
None of them?
Sound shaker.
We're getting a call right now. You're on the line with the thing. What's your question? Lies.
Hey, Todd, man.
What's up?
Hey, so yeah, my question is like, typically, bands that are coming into Mila Music, kind of new to the scene bands and so forth, playing a lot of small venues, touring around the States. When they get a chance to go to Europe, they're playing a handful of dates if they're lucky. And you guys jumped into, say, a 30-date tour, and instead of driving around the States, having a lot of similar experiences state to state, you're jumping from country to country every other day. And I'm curious what that's like for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, we loved it. We went to Europe. We did 26 shows in 30 days. So it was a lot, but it was great because they take care of you over there, and they usually give you like accommodations, like a great meal. The drives aren't too bad. So it's like 2-3 hour drives most days, if even. But definitely crazy going country to country. It's like, we're in London driving on the left side of the street, and then we're back in France, and it's definitely a lot for the brain, but I think it's all good stuff,
Well, this is a good point to bring up. You guys played at Crazy Todd's house.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was a great show.
Awesome show.
Yeah, it was so much fun. Thank you, Todd, for having us again.
Oh, hey, we got to do it again. You know that.
Hell yeah.
Hey, so I got one follow-up question quick on that was, since you're, say, a newer band and, Luke is jumping on board in 2023, you jump over to Europe. Do people seem like they're familiar with the thing already, or is it new to everyone?
Felt pretty new, I would
Yeah.
say.
I think it's mostly new, yeah.
I think a lot of people find out about us like from the local venue, so they've been listening to us for like maybe a few weeks before they come out to the show.
Yeah, the promo out there is awesome.
Really great.
Yeah, well,
Awesome. Well, can't wait to see you guys tonight.
Yeah, you man. Can't wait.
thanks for calling in, Todd.
All right, see you dudes. All right, bye.
It was good to hear from Todd.
Yeah.
So you guys also have a lot of music videos out. You did one in collaboration with Sony and maybe the University of New York. Is that right? Or no?
No,
I don't have that right at all.
I don't think so.
Thought there was a for country song too. I thought you guys did a no. Oh,
I don't know
no.
what you're talking about.
Oh,
No,
okay.
there was, yeah, we did one with them, but they said they're super nice and offered us to make a music video for free, and we're like, this is gonna change our lives. And then
Stiffed us.
we were down because like how, we were kind of naive in that way, like how bad could it be, and whatnot. And so like we went in, we kind of just thought it'd be like a classic New York kind of cliche music video, which would have been fine and high budget. We'll take it, and it's cool to do for the experience. But then it kind of turned into something we didn't love, so we and they gave us like control over the YouTube page that was on. Like they let us put it on our page, so we didn't post it for like a day, and they started freaking out, which we feel bad about, but also not really because
Gave us control.
they didn't. Yeah, they gave us control, and then
Huge error.
But they didn't give us control over what was in the video, like anything in the video.
So when it was filming, did you have an idea of what it was at that point what it was going to look like?
No, not really. Not really. I guess maybe we were kind of just in the moment, and we were really tired. I don't know. So we weren't really thinking about it. And then when it came out, it really made sense that it was not really like our style. But yeah, it was fun. It was cool to film on that kind of set.
So one time we ever trust people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think the craziest thing was before we filmed it, they arranged like a outfit. Go get outfits for the video, and they took us thrifting to like the most expensive vintage shops in Brooklyn. And then we got to the register with like decked out, like ready to go. And then they're like, "Oh yeah, we actually don't have a budget for this."
Yeah, she disappeared, which was the first one.
She just like you character.
Yeah, she also had a British accent and then came back and didn't have a British accent. She made no sense.
It was funny, man. But we just ended up wearing like whatever clothes we had in our closet. We looked great. Yeah, looked great.
Looked great.
Have you been running into a lot of things in the music industry, because you guys are hitting it hard and really going for it? Have you been running into a lot of situations like this where there's people out there taking advantage of you? Or
I mean, definitely people trying to.
Attempting.
This was kind of the first of.
Yeah, we just don't trust anyone anymore.
Yeah, this is our introduction into
They're around it.
that really was like the first one where we're like, okay, these big companies, definitely can just mismanage things and kind of overpower you. And yeah, we've gotten a couple like pretty bad offers, and we were in a meeting for management for the name strip. We were going through like a management switch, and this guy, we were at this big boardroom table, and he like tells us, he's like, we own James Brown and the name of James Brown, and we're like, that's
James Brown. James Brown, yeah.
And then he was just talking about like how his tentacles reach far and wide. It's like, never say the word tentacle.
We all started laughing.
Meeting with us or like any, yeah.
it's crazy because you hear a lot about how bands can have more control of their career now, and that is a good example of how things were in the old days. Everybody wanted a record label. You sign a label, you're at the mercy of the label.
The Lizards,
Yeah, I think it's less common now for those like kind of more old school deals, but it still is definitely out there.
Todd wanted to put a comment in here. He said, Driveway 2025, make it happen, boys.
Let's do it. Sounds good. We're in.
So how are you guys doing with merch nowadays? Are you still doing CDs? Do you do vinyl?
No, we're waiting on vinyl. We're all out of, we're sold out of CDs, which is good problem to have. And we still just hand print all of our merch and shirts and stuff like that. We're gonna make some upgrades in 2025. Just kind of more stuff. Definitely get vinyl. More merch, more ideas. But yeah.
When people are coming up to the merch table, is it more PayPal type babies nowadays?
POS system. We're official now. We're an official. Our T-shirt sales. It's great.
Do you sell more merchandise when you're using the POS system?
Probably, yeah, definitely.
POS.
Piece of shit.
It's good to say.
Yeah, I guess I'm always, when I'm at a show, like if I don't have cash, I normally just don't buy anything. It's because I don't know how to really use any of that other stuff.
Oh, yes.
Somewhere took Venmo, and they said, "Oh, we should take Venmo." Like, I don't know how to do that. It's probably really easy.
Totally. Yeah, no, it's pretty easy, but it's nice to just, you want to obviously make it as available as ever. Anything helps. So,
Anything else?
We talked about the video that was not. You guys have done a lot of other videos as well. A lot of great videos. There's one where you guys, I forget the name. You're chasing a car.
Oh, you're the one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
When you're doing those videos, are you coming up with the ideas yourself? Are you working with other people?
We worked with Alex Beal and Bo Watson was the DP. Bo Walters, sorry. And they're like a collab 1-2 punch, amazing duo that helped bring that to life, and had the initial idea that we did in Crested Butte, Colorado, and then we sat around in Alex's living room in Boulder and just kind of
brainstormed and came up with the idea, but they're the real deal. It's so fun to work with them too. Just brings so much energy on set, and long day. I think that was like 16-hour day, but that in the town of Crested Butte, like all the people we met were so nice and gave us all these props, gave us dirt bikes, just super dumb, but none of us knew how to ride.
We pretended.
So we thought we knew how to ride, and then didn't know how to ride.
Being in a band, run into people that love your music. Is it weird, the dynamic where people feel like they know you and they trust you immediately? I mean, that with a dirt bike thing, that might not be a good time at this point, but
No, they I don't know if it was that or if they're just that nice. I mean, same with Appleton. People are just so nice to us. So I don't know if it's that or, I mean, we're pretty easygoing guys.
is it uncomfortable when people come up to you and tell you they like the band or that they met you before?
It's flattering. Yeah, we're super thankful for that, actually. It's weird when they just like instantly go and touch our face. Well, yeah, that's the only thing that gets weird.
Yeah. It's better when like older people like start trying to touch us. And,
Yeah. Face touch.
Yeah.
Did you guys run into some pretty nasty bathrooms on the tour?
Oh yeah. Oh, the ones in Europe stink.
Yeah, they'll smell
In
them.
France, yeah, their septics like all have issues or something. Cause
Well, I know the bathroom at Appleton Beer Factory is pretty nice.
That's good. Mark runs a tight ship.
Yes, he does. So outside of the music, what are some of your hobbies? Is it just music?
driving,
Yeah, driving, eating pistachios, corn nuts.
hotels.
Yeah. Wordle. Pretty good at Wordle now. Mike's better at me at Wordle, but
Sometimes
Mike, do
more of a connections guy.
you play any other instruments besides guitar?
Not really. I like to play bass and drums a little bit. Like when I'm at home, make a song with like those elements. Try to play a little keyboard and stuff.
Were you trained on guitar?
No, not really.
That's it, all self-taught.
Yeah, but when I was talking about middle school, like that's kind of when like I really like played a lot, like every day, and I think we had guitar class every day or something, which is awesome.
yeah.
And just got pretty good pretty quickly then, and then like just kept just learning and stuff on my own. I should go and maybe take a lesson. It'd be cool.
Salamone taught us the gypsy chords.
Yeah, Joe Salamone, shout out.
Yeah.
The gypsy chords.
Seriously, yeah.
Tell me more.
It's the sacred texts. They're highly coveted information. Hidden chords that lie in the neck. But yeah, he taught us that when we were...
Tried to recruit like a bunch of 8th graders to like join, like be gypsy jazz musicians. It was really funny. One of our friends took to that.
Sick.
So how do you guys see the future of the band evolving? Like, what's next? You've obviously just put in a really full year. 2024 is super packed. Where do you go from here? Upward and onward?
Yeah, to the topmost. Just keep going. We're hungry. We just want to put out records, tour. And yeah, it's addicting. Just putting everything into this and believing in it and just constantly making stuff. I mean, we just see it as a true art project, so it's a lot of fun.
Do you guys miss family when you're gone on these long tours?
No, yeah, we definitely do. I think we're gonna spend some time at home. That's definitely on the horizon. So it's gonna be much needed.
If somebody was looking for advice, starting out a band and looking for advice, what kind of sage advice would you have for them?
Buy a van, then do it. Yeah, make records.
Yeah, learn a little bit about recording if you don't already. But
Yeah.
learn how to record a little bit. You don't need to be like a master or anything, but just kind of try it out.
Mike, do you feel it's more important to put out records or play shows? Like if you only could do one.
If you could only do one,
Yeah, records
for sure. But I think it's really important to go and play shows too. But recording is the important part. The song. That's the most important part in the whole entire business. Is just the song. But after that, yeah. As like when you're an early band or like when you're just starting, it's really good to go and play shows because it kind of like legitimizes you in your own mind, and you get tight as a band. You bond personally, like on an interpersonal level. It's just like there's so many elements that a live like kind of folk event bring to you yourself and the band. Like it's really cool to go out and just play a bunch of shows live. And it just builds kind of strengthens you a bit. But the record is always the most important, in my opinion, than the song.
You can't tour without a song.
Have you guys had any incidences in the van during the tour? That's a long time to be crammed 5 people in a van.
Yeah. I mean, we had just van troubles. We got new brakes.
Recently?
Yeah, and where'd we go? Yosemite?
No, we were metal to metal, so first we did that before Colorado first.
Well, that's scary.
Yeah, that was that. And heat doesn't work great, but we're going.
AC's had a lot of issues.
Yeah. The AC line's been compared to Swiss cheese.
Yeah, our steering wheel.
Oh yeah.
The steering wheel doesn't work when we're parked.
You gotta really
Put the gas on.
Our front door doesn't work either, so we have to climb through the window.
And one time the window got stuck in Wisconsin.
Yeah, it was in Minneapolis too.
In the winter. Yeah. The window was open.
You guys just did 7th Street Entry, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Tell me about that show. How was it to play that venue?
That's awesome. It was our second time. It's nice to go back. It's a cool little room. Really cool room.
That was I believe the first room that Garbage played as a band.
Really?
We were talking a little bit
Yeah.
about them. So that's a pretty neat. Any other standout shows on this tour that you can bring up?
Yeah, Denver was great.
LA.
LA was great.
Mississippi Studios in Portland.
Seattle.
That was an awesome venue. Seattle was dope. Bend, Oregon came out like crazy. That was great.
Yeah. Reno was cool.
Yeah, Reno was really
Reno was fun.
that was sweet. There's a fight while we were playing, so it was cool.
Like out in the crowd?
No, like Mike Tyson.
Yeah. Oh no, that happened first, but yeah, this guy was like, he came in and just started smashing.
Oh, I missed that.
Or like pouring Modelo on the floor while we were playing or something, and the owner just like picked him up and he just disappeared. It's pretty crazy.
Just keep on playing through that?
Yeah, I didn't see it. Everyone told us about it, but I saw like some commotion, but I thought it was just a pit.
How much can you actually see when you're playing? Can you see anything out in the crowd at all, really?
It's just super hard. Yeah,
We don't want to be able to see the crowd. That's weird.
start to focus on things.
Well, tonight we've got a show in Appleton at the Appleton Beer Factory with Scorched
Waves. Yeah.
Scorched Waves. Yeah.
Yeah.
Show starts at, I believe, 8:00.
Sweet.
And if people should go check it out, if you don't have tickets, you can go to Appleton Beer Factory's website and buy tickets or get them at the door. Where can people go to find out more about the thing?
Instagram right now.
Yeah.
Or give us your email. Yeah, we're culminating the biggest email list ever. So
Can they give you that email address on your website?
on the website, you can DM us on Instagram or email us at achiwawa@gmail.com.
That's all right.
That's spelled AHCHEEWW.
No, WA
WAWA.
at gmail.com.
Yeah, that Gmail.
Achiwawa.
Well, I want to thank you guys for doing this. And again, then hopefully you guys get asked to play Mile Music next year yet?
No, I don't think so. Not yet.
Well, hopefully you'll be doing the Crazy Todd driveway show either way.
And
Yeah.
we'll be doing that.
For sure. At some point. Love Todd.